Giacomo here. Welcome back to my kitchen. When I was a kid, there were certain meals that my mom would only make in the summertime because that meant she didn't have to turn on the oven. Growing up in Brooklyn, there was no central air in my house. And one of those dishes is mozzarella in carrozza, which translates to mozzarella in a carriage, or as I like to call it, grown-up grilled cheese. This was something that was very popular with me and my brothers growing up, and one of my favorite parts of it was to be able to dip the sandwich right in the sauce. We know that a lot of you are home with your kids now and you want something quick and easy and substantial for them for lunch or dinner even, so let's get started. So let's begin by mincing our garlic for our quick and easy tomato sauce that we're going to dip our mozzarella and carrozza in. For our quick and easy tomato sauce, we go in our pot with about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Our pot is nice and hot. 2 large garlic cloves minced. Let's give that a minute or so. And we have a 28-ounce can of tomato sauce. It's going to go in. Our garlic has got a little brown color. And we always clean out our can, save all that tomato that's in there. It's good flavor. Quick stir. We have about a teaspoon or so of Italian seasoning. It's usually mixed with some thyme, oregano, basil. We're going to bring that to a boil. We're going to add a little salt and pepper. Bring it to a boil. Simmer it for about half an hour or so. This is just very simple. So let's give a quick check on our sauce. It's simmering away for about half an hour. It smells delicious. Very simple tomato sauce. Good for other things too. Simple pasta. Give it a taste. Perfect. So let's cut our mozzarella. We have a 1 pound block, and so I cut it in half, and I'm going to cut it in half again. So that, depending on how cheesy you like it, 1 pound block will get you about 4 sandwiches. We like it pretty cheesy, so. And then I'm going to take this quarter and cut it into slices. So I like to put a little bit of fresh basil leaves into our sandwich for a little bit of freshness. So I'm just going to give that a quick chop. And then we can put our sandwich together. So now we'll put together our sandwich and we'll make our egg mixture to dip it in. So I just used a regular soft kind of white bread. Like I said, I like to add a few shreds of basil. This is going to make it nice and cheesy. So now we'll make our egg mixture to dip it in. And I like to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese in it. And I'm going to stretch it with a little bit of water. You can put a little bit of salt and pepper in it as well. And I have 1 egg and I have 1 sandwich. So depending on how many you want to make, you can obviously just multiply. So now we're ready to cook our sandwich. So our pan is nice and hot. We'll go in with about 2 tablespoons of butter. We have our egg mixture. We're going to dip our sandwich in the egg. We'll just let it sit for like 30 seconds or so, and then you'll flip it on the other side. You want the bread to soak up some of that. Try and get it on all sides. We'll go into our pan. We're going to cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, making sure it gets a nice brown color. So 2 minutes on this side, then we'll flip it for another 2 to 3 minutes. Just making sure that the cheese is melted inside. So let's check our sandwich now. We gave it a flip after about 3 minutes. Flip it back to make sure. Got a nice brown color. And you have to regulate your pan because you don't want the bread to get too brown and the cheese to not be melted. So as you can see, the cheese is nice and melted. Take it out of our pan and then we'll get ready to plate it. So here we go, mozzarella and carrozza. Sometimes I'll put prosciutto in it or some fresh tomato if I have, or a few arugula leaves. That's why it's good for grown-ups and kids alike. Hope you enjoyed it and hope you'll try it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you next time.